How's it going, YouTube? This is Skull, and welcome to my video game pickups for the month of February 2019. I actually don't have that much to show off here, so this is going to be a shorter video. I'm sure you guys won't mind. Let's go ahead and get to it. So you can see here in the front, we got 3 new amiibo released this month. For the Super Smash Bros. Line, we got Ice Climbers, King K. Rool, and the Piranha Plant, which I just find awesome that they had the amiibo in production and released not too long after the DLC came out for the character. It's like they really wanted it to be in the game at launch, they just needed a little bit of extra time to refine it. But here it is. There's more amiibo releasing in, I think, April. A lot more amiibo, so that's stuff to look forward to. Let's see. I'll just go this way. I picked up an Xbox One game this month, actually, Jump Force. Now, this actually isn't for me, this is for my wife, because she's a big Shokugan fan, she's a big, whatever this is, she's a fan of all these characters, okay, especially the stuff from Bleach. So I decided to buy it for her and let her play through it, and she's had a blast with it. I haven't played it myself, but there we go, that's why I got an Xbox One game, which you don't usually see. I got 2 PlayStation 4 games. The first one I actually ordered last month. It just didn't arrive until this month because, surprise, surprise, they were out when I ordered. Kingdom Hearts 3. Haven't played it, haven't played through the other Kingdom Hearts yet. I just finished Final Fantasy VII, and I'm giving myself a little bit of a break before I start into a big, 100-hour-long RPG again. And from what I understand, playing through the first 2 Kingdom Hearts will take something like more like 250 to 400 hours. So, obviously haven't played this yet, but I have it for when I want to play it now, or when I get there. And I picked up Persona 5 as well. Now, the story behind this is I was streaming one day earlier in February, and while I was streaming, somebody donated $60 and said, go and buy Persona 5 with this. So I did, and here it is. So, I now have Persona 5. I don't know much about it. I know Joker's going to be in Super Smash Bros. I know that Persona 5 was one of the best games on the PlayStation 4 for a long time, so I'm really looking forward to playing it. Let's see. Then I also got this, which as you see in the thumbnail, this is a Steelbook for Pokemon Let's Go. Now, the story behind this is this was originally released in Japan at 7-Eleven stores, and those are huge over there. I can't tell you how big they are. They're humongous. They were released there. At their peak, you could import these into the United States for over $100. I really wanted it because it looks awesome, but I never paid money for it. I'm glad I didn't. Because one random week in February, Best Buy had this deal where if you bought Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee, you would get this Steelbook for free. Now, I go to Best Buy so often to pick up these games. Most of the brand new games you see here I get from Best Buy. I talked to some of the employees that I knew and said, hey, since I already bought this back in November, do you think you can maybe hook me up with a copy of the Steelbook? And they said absolutely, and 2 minutes later they came in from the back, handed it to me and said, have a nice day. So, instead of paying $100, I didn't pay anything. And I will now display this right up on this shelf with my collector's editions of Let's Go. So, very excited to have that. It's a beautiful Steelbook. If you want to know what the inside looks like, there we go. We've got Eevee on this side and Pikachu on that side. Hopefully the camera picks it up well. Also, I think that I have a method now where the video quality is much higher quality. I won't go into specifics, but hopefully it's more high quality than what you're used to, and hopefully it's this high quality going forward. This is my favorite thing I got this month, easily. The Steelbook would be second, but far from this. Pokemon Box Ruby and Sapphire for the GameCube. Now, I'm sure a lot of you don't even know what this is, and for those of you who do know, you're probably shocked that I got it. Would it shock even more to know that I actually found it in the wild at my local retro game store? I did not buy this on eBay. And I bought it for less than eBay prices, too. Won't tell you by how much, but long story short, the current edition of this is Pokemon Bank. You put your Pokemon from Generation 6 and 7, and presumably 8, Shield and Sword were just announced today, super excited for that. Basically, it's extra storage that your PC cannot give you. This works exclusively for Ruby and Sapphire. Actually, it works for Emerald, Fire Red, and Leaf Green as well, but I'll make a whole video discussing this, okay? But long story short, when this came out, it was available in North America in only 2 ways. 1, you order it online, or 2, you buy it at the Nintendo store in New York City. So it's incredibly hard to get because not many people knew about it, not many people wanted it who did know about it, so there's not that many copies in existence. Although, ironically, this is the 4th time I've actually seen this game in the wild. But it was the first time I actually had the money on me to get it, so I did. It hurt, but I think that in the long term it was worth the investment. So, my eventual goal is to get every single Pokemon game complete in box, including spin-offs. This is easily the most I'll ever have to spend in order to get to that goal. Easily. This is not only the rarest Pokemon game, this is the rarest GameCube game. If you want to even call it a game. Like I said, all it is extra storage for your Pokemon, for your PC and Pokemon. So, this is complete too. I did have to go to eBay to pick up the memory card that should come with it. One side is Sapphire, one side is Ruby, and that's what you use to store your Pokemon onto. And I also had to go and buy this. This is a GameCube to Game Boy Advance Link Cable. This plugs into one of the controller slots on the GameCube. In Pokemon Box's case, it's the second controller, but if you were to use this for the Game Boy player, it can be any controller port. And this connects to the Game Boy Advance itself. Now, I actually did have one of these, but it was third party, and it turns out this game is very picky when it requires, when it comes to the link cable. It needs a first-party cable. So I went to eBay, ordered one, it came, I tested it, it works great, and I have actually used Pokemon Box, although I don't think I'll use it ever that often. So, long story short, favorite pickup of this month, just because I found it in the wild at a lower price than eBay, and it's complete now. And it works great, and Latios and Latios are on the front and back cover. I just love that, because Latios is my second favorite Pokemon. Super happy to have that game. One more game to knock off of my Pokemon Complete in Box collection. The most expensive one of them all. Everything from here on out is going to be much easier to get Complete in Box. Very happy to have that. And now we've got my Switch games. I'll just go through my limited print stuff first. Yeah, I may as well. So, looks like... Oh, okay. 2 games came in from LRG, from Limited Run Games, this month. West of Loathing, which is their 11th release. And Battle Chef Brigade Deluxe, which is their 19th release. And then I also picked this up straight from Best Buy, Super Meat Boy. Now, I know a lot about this game. I heard it's insanely hard, but insanely fun. It's like a platformer on steroids. This is release number 28. The reason I bought it from Best Buy is because it's not yet available from Limited Run Games on their website. And I figure, you know, I don't care for cover variants, I just want a copy of the game. I may as well buy it now, may as well pay for it now. Just go to Best Buy, get my GCU discount. I think I even spent rewards to get it. So, 1, it's cheaper than getting from LRG's website directly anyway. 2, I get it right now instead of having to wait a few months. Like, West of Loathing was their 11th release. I'd like to say I bought this back in like August or September. You know, it takes that long for their games to ship. So, glad I have those. And also got 2 games this month from Super Rare Games over in Europe. We got Knights of Pen and Paper and Knights of Pen and Paper 2. They released both these games together. They came in a package that included both games. So now I have both of those. These are releases number 11 and 12. So SRG now has 12 Switch games, which makes them a bona fide seller of limited print Switch games. Very excited to have those. And actually, the next 3 games in a row I ordered all at once. Don't even know what games number 14 and 15 are. But they have this system in place where if you want, you can order 3 games at once to save on shipping and to save yourself the hassle of having to pay for it every single game per month. So I did that for the next few games, and that means I won't see them until probably June, but they're paid for and I don't have to worry about it, which is awesome. And finally, the retail Switch games. Told you there's not much here to show off. Let's see. This is a double pack. Child of Light Ultimate Edition and Valiant Hearts The Great War. Now, as far as I can tell, this is a Best Buy exclusive. I have friends in Canada who say they haven't seen it anywhere up there, so to the best of my knowledge, this is a Best Buy exclusive. That's pretty much the only reason I ordered it. It's because exclusive games, it's always a gamble whether it'll still be common a year later like Has-Been Heroes, or if it'll be insanely hard to find a month later like Katamari I almost said Katamari Incantation, that's from Splatoon. Katamari Damacy Reroll. Anyway, so got that from Best Buy. Dual pack, but still counts as only one game because it's one cartridge. Got Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom with some Best Buy rewards I had saved up. I've been looking forward to playing this game for a long time. FDG made it a really good game here. Can't wait to play it. Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game too, which I solely got because Best Buy had this thing where if you pre-ordered it, you would get $10 back, so figured why not. You know, in the long term, it'll probably be cheaper than that when it gets in the clearance bins, but for now, $10 back, I'll take it. Owlboy, which I actually already had. I had the European version, which was sent to me by the publisher Sodesco. But I collect North American versions of games, so when I had a few more rewards racked up, I decided to go ahead and just buy the North American version. I'm very thankful to them for sending me the European version, but for collection purposes, I needed the North American version. Plus, I'm giving them more money for the game anyway, right? That's how I see it. And the very last game to show off here, V-Rally 4. Now, the reason I got this is because Amazon had a price listing error for this game at one point. And I ordered it when it had that error. I think it's a $60 game, it's a $50 or $60 game. They had it listed for $15. So I hopped on it then, and of course Amazon's policy is whatever the lowest price is that it ever hits, you pay that price. So, got that for $15, and very happy with that, and that is my collection update for this month. That's what I picked up. Like I said, easily the one that I'm happiest to have gotten is Pokemon Box. This would have been a pain to get later on. I'm glad I got it now for as cheap as I did. Second place would be the Steelbook, which, I mean, I got it for free for one, which is already, you know, a story of its own. But it's just so beautiful looking, and I can't stop looking at it. So let me know what your favorite thing was that I picked up this month, and I'll be back in March for next month's pickups. I don't know exactly what I'm going to get, but I guess we'll see. See you guys later.